invest in other options. And now I'm talking about stocks. I'm really old-fashioned and reserved when it comes to money. I'm not really daring. I don't make the bold move, so I'm sort of skeptical as to whether I can make a lot of money out of stocks. But investing in stocks is very different from gambling. There are stocks out there that are so stable. I came across this book written by teacher turned entrepreneur author in China. So he was also a cram school teacher, and you know how lucrative the cram school business is in China because they're so competitive. Parents are so concerned about their grades and stuff. So, you know, kids would go to school and then have to go to cram schools later. He's so popular to the point where, you know, after he published that book, they republished it so many times, made so many editions of it to the point where he could just literally retire. And he was probably not older than 35 when he did that. I could sort of like find myself imagining myself to be able to relate to it because I'm also a teacher. But, you know, on top of that, he wrote another book that was about the way to success. I remember that was literally the translation of the title, the road to success. And it turned out to be a game changer. So in this book, he talked about how most people would see how volatile the stock prices are day by day, but they're not really looking at the long-term side of things. So it's sort of like, and there's this metaphor that I really liked for all of you who's always been interested in investing in stocks but never found the courage, if you will, to dive in. He sort of likened it to looking at the horizon, and you know, you might see mountains and dips, basins and whatnots, but if you look at it from a higher perspective and, you know, just look at how rounded the earth is from outer space, these ups and downs are nothing but the main trend that's actually following the curve of the planet. So once you get that idea, it really doesn't take that much more to dive in and start investing in stocks that you're interested in. I remembered being so adamant and so determined on buying my first Google stock ever, and it was the best decision I've ever made. I regret so much for starting late. The returns that I'm getting now from my first Google stock investment, I was able to get like a 50% return on that. These other options out there, I regret so much in investing on these. Now, luckily, I've only made 2 of these investments, but they are nothing compared to what I've earned in stocks. On top of Google, so here's the spreadsheet. On top of Google, I've also looked into index funds like VU, although I've sold that one already because of the growth rate. It was way too slow compared to Google, and so I thought I would sell that one and then invest in others. But then I'm also glad that I chose to invest in, say, stocks like Goldman Sachs. Basically, when you're investing in stocks, make sure you look at the growth from when it first started, and not just the volatile ups and downs, you know, the daily ups and downs. It means nothing when you look at the overall trend of how much it's growing. Yeah, definitely look into that when you have enough. Now, I know it's going to take a while because, you know, if some of you are not even sure about whether you found your dream job yet, it's going to take a while for you to start looking at stocks in a way that's going to be feasible. Because I remember when I first started, you know, getting these mediocre earnings in a job that I wasn't really passionate about, I couldn't earn enough stable income to get to the point where I could really consider myself investing in stocks. But that, I guess, it's also a way to check whether your earning is stable enough. So whether you're able to visualize yourself, you know, sparing that much amount in stocks and other investment options like that. So I'm currently earning out of stocks about a quarter to 1/3 of what I used to earn for my annual salary, and I could really see it growing as I have more time out of my schedule to look into stocks and to start really doing some proper research and checking the stock prices. Not every day, it's not a good sign if you check every day, but I find myself getting excited when I do because it's growing most of the time. Remind me in the comments below if you think there's anything else that you're interested in. There is so much more that I want to talk about, but sometimes it just escapes me. And now I'm hungry, probably just gonna get something to eat before I pass out. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye, have a good day.